Like a Hellcat.
Hello, my name is Izami X, and I am here with a new video. What if Deku had cremation / was a villain? So, I'm sorry I didn't post this yesterday. I was really tired. I don't want to do anything, so I only posted the what if Deku was Spider-Man. And I think I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do it one at a time a day. Because it's just so much work having to edit. I know it doesn't seem like there's so much editing, but I just started as a YouTuber and an editor. I don't have one, so I kind of had to do this all on my own. And thank you subscribing, my one subscriber. Thank you. It feels so good to tell my mom that I have a subscriber in YouTube and that this isn't useless. It's a hobby. And so yeah. Actually, I think I like it like this. I'm gonna leave it like this. So yeah. So let's get into the story. Oh shoot. You're stupid. Alright, so I just rewatched like the end of the video. So we left off All for One taking Deku. So like I said in the last one, Deku is gonna be called Dobby, okay? Because I actually like the name Dobby. And he's not gonna look exactly like this yet. He has black hair. We're just gonna say I can't remember his dad's name. Has black hair, so he got the black hair from his dad. And he doesn't have the burn scars yet. Spoiler, but yeah, he doesn't have the burn scars yet. So All for One is taking Izuku, and they are heading to All for One's hideout. Now, I'm pretty sure Shigaraki's already there. Yeah, Shigaraki's already there. So, Shigaraki's a lot older than Deku. And Deku, I can't remember his age, but Deku. Alright, so Deku trains this fire cremation stuff. And yeah, so he trains with the fire cremation, and he's able to bring his flames really hot to the point to where they're white. But he could only do that for about a minute before he starts to burn. And this is so let's do a time skip to when he's 13. He's very proficient at using cremation. I'm gonna give him this power. He's able to put cremation all over his body to make like a cremation armor, and there'll be like a space in between his flames and his skin, so it doesn't burn him. So yeah. So All for One. I'm taking this a little bit from What If Deku Was a Villain from Anime Junkie. So All for One is gonna have Deku go back to school for now, so that he's able to enlist into UA. Now, he goes to the school that Bakugo's in, and Deku's gonna have the burns under his eyes, but nothing else. And maybe his arms. But that's about it. So he looks different, right? And so he goes, nobody really recognizes him, and since his new name's Dobby, Dobby Park. I can't believe it. But whatever. His new name's Dobby, so nobody really recognizes him, nobody really knows who it is. Now, he studies there for, like, since he looks really emo, the way Dobby is, Deku, Dobby, Bakugo likes to pick on him, but to be honest, Dabi doesn't care. So what so one day Bakugo decides to pick on him and like hit him, and then Dabi emits his blue flames to stop him from hitting him and to burn him. And so Bakugo gets burned and he doesn't like it because he doesn't really get burned by his explosions. He doesn't like getting burned. And since his nitroglycerin, he got really close to his nitroglycerin sweat, and it was like a hot day, he exploded. So yeah. Now, Bakugo flew into a wall. Deku just like backflipped out of the explosion, so he didn't get hurt. So yeah. Now, time skip to the end of the year. The teacher does the entire thing. Like, I know you all want to go to the hero course, or want to be heroes, so I'm not even gonna bother throw some papers in the air. And Bakugo speaks up. He's like, "Don't put me in with all these D-listers." And he says, "Bakugo, you want to go to UA, right?" And then Bakugo's like, "Yes." "Oh, Dabi wants to go to UA too." Dabi just like slowly nods his head, but he isn't like really there. He's more like a half asleep, half awake. So think of his eyes that are in the picture right now, and he's just nodding his head. So, yeah. After class, Bakugo comes up to him and he says, "You better drop out, nerd." Dabi doesn't really care. He just walks out of the room. Since he doesn't idolize heroes, Bakugo has no reason to split his notebook. So, yeah. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh, so such an attack happens. Deku's walking under a bridge. Let's just say it's part of the way to get to where he lives, supposedly. He lives there, but there's a secret entrance to get to All for One's hideout. Or to get to the League of Villains. So he goes to where he is, air quotes, living, and Sludge Villain jumps out and he says, "You'll make a good skin suit." And when he jumps towards him, Dabi just emits fire out of his body. And let's just say that it's close. It's like the hottest form of white or blue fire ever to get. So, like, the sludge villain, literally evaporates. Not his entire thing, but most of him evaporates. And then All Might jumps out of the sewers, and Detroit smashes him. And Dabi just looks like he doesn't really care. Deku doesn't look like he really cares. So he just says thanks and walks away. And so he walks to his house, goes into his air quotes house, goes through the secret passageway to get to the League of Villains. So yeah, so let's start the 10 months training arc, because All for One wants him to go through the hero course in order to spy and be the traitor. So yeah. So so he's basically training with Nomus that aren't really like too strong, but they're like maybe half of what the Nomu was in the USJ. So yeah. So he's just basically sparring, and he's actually pretty tall, and he's fit. So he basically knows karate, judo, taekwondo, because All for One was able to fund all of his learnings. So he's basically a martial arts master, and he's pretty strong and fast with his flames too. So he's pretty strong in a hand-to-hand fight. So yeah. So 10 months training, that's basically what's happening. He's also been going for like runs so he doesn't get too bulky. He wants to stay lean and fit. So he's been going for runs and sparring with the Nomus. Let's just say it's time for the what's it called? Entrance exam. So since he's been tutored by basically everyone, and especially All for One, he basically almost aces the exam. Well, aces the exam. He just didn't get a perfect score. So, yeah. So, since he's more of like an I don't care, I'm just gonna go with it type of person, he basically doesn't really get noticed by Ida. Actually, scratch that. He gets noticed by Ida, but because he isn't really paying attention when President Mike is telling them about the thing. So he walks up to Dobby and he says, "You should be paying attention. Why aren't you paying attention?" And Dobby's like, "What? What did you say?" And he just like, "Did you not hear me? How rude." And Dobby's like, yeah, just leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. I wasn't bothering you, so don't bother me. So yeah. So basically the entrance exam happens. Deku basically walks in and he basically just scorches every robot. Let's just say he basically knows where every robot is, and then he just lets out blue flames, scorches every robot except for the humans and the buildings. So he basically thinks he has enough points, I'll just rest. So he gets on top of a building and he just like lays there. And then he hears a rumbling on the ground, and he sees the 0-pointer, and he's like, that'd be a pretty good way to test my skill. Let's see. So he shoots a blue flame out of his hands, like a blue flame beam out of his hands, and it literally pierces the robot in the chest, taking out its energy core, causing it to fall backwards. Yes. So none of the Uraraka stuff happens. None of that happens. It's just him basically destroying all the robots. So yeah. So obviously he gets a letter to go to UA. He goes to UA, and it's already almost 14 minutes, so I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. I love everyone that is gonna be watching this, because you're watching this, and yeah, bye.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely.